Hello, everybody. Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. We're here live from the Atlantic 10 men's tournament. We're in the second round matchup between the Richmond Spiders and the Duquesne Dukes. We are bringing you a preview of today's game, and glad to have you all here with us for the contest. I hope everybody is doing well right now and taking care of themselves during the pandemic, because it's definitely crazy times out there. So we're hoping that everybody is doing well. So now let's talk about today's game. Today's game should be a really, really good contest between two teams that are trying to take that extra leap. Like what's going to be that next step for that team? And obviously the St. Bonaventure Bonnies are that next step in this process. Richmond came into this season with a lot of expectation, and the biggest thing was, they came out the season, they took out a Kentucky team that was a top-ranked team. They end up being ranked from that situation, and unfortunately, things just didn't go in their favor. They end up still struggling throughout the season, finishing 13-7 on the season. And so right now, we see a team that is kind of struggling, kind of reeling a little bit and trying to, find themselves. So we'll see if they will be able to make that happen here today. Now, let's go and take give y'all a little bit of insight on what the team has looked like during the season. So this Richmond team, during the season, obviously led by these guys who have been, the lifeline of this team for the last 4 years, and Jacob Gilliard and Grant Golden. Golden on the season right now is averaging 12.9 points per game. And so he, today, I think when you're looking at it as a senior, this is your time to shine. Himself and Jacob Gilliard, who's having a little bit of a down year compared to the years he's had in the last two. He was second in the A-10 at one point in points, and now we're looking at a guy who's, took a little bit of a step back, but can definitely thrive in this setting. This tournament, it can go to Richmond. Richmond can win this tournament if they go out there and they put forth their best effort. We've seen what they can do against some of the bigger teams. They had a tough one against West Virginia that it just didn't go their way. So I like what I've seen from the Richmond team in the last couple of years in the progress. But in order for them to win the day and move on and potentially take on a St. Bonaventure team who's having a great year, only time will tell to see how that thing goes down. St. Francis, Blake Francis, 16.1 points per game on the season. He's averaging 2.3 rebounds. Blake Francis came in as a transfer last year and gave this Richmond team a very dynamic duel in the backcourt with Blake and Gilliard. Now, and when those two are on, it's kind of hard to stop this Richmond team. But they're going to have to be at their best today. They're going to have to give their the best effort they've given, all year in this contest, because this is do or die at this point, especially for guys like Francis and Grant Golden and Gilliard. Another X factor in this one will be Nathan Kao. Nathan Kao averaging 12.7 points per game. Kao has had moments in this season where he looked like he's ready to take that next step. He'll be a senior next year, and he looked like he's ready to take over the leadership role on this team in the following year. So, I know that Coach Mooney is going to want to see him shine today, and it's kind of weird because, like I said, this team, so much expectations. I think the highest, they were ranked at number 19 in the season. It's kind of have trickled down from there. So we'll see if they can, pull this thing off. Now, the funny thing about this A-10 tournament is that we're here at the Siegel Center today. There are games going on at the Robins Center 30 minutes away. So I think it's funny to see Richmond not get an opportunity to play at home during the tournament, but they still, unfortunately, if they win today, they'll be playing at the Siegel Center again tomorrow, I believe. So, they get kind of locked out of this. I think VCU has an opportunity to play at the Robins Center tomorrow, I believe, if they win today. So, if they, I think they may play there tomorrow, but I have to go back and double check that. Now, looking at this Duquesne team, Duquesne is led by number 5, Marcus Weathers, 16.1 points per game. He's averaging 7.4 rebounds a game, shooting 63% from the free throw line, 31% from three-point line, and 50% in field goal shooting. So Weathers will be the main source coming from Duquesne today to see if he can make things happen. Michael Hughes and Trevon Dunmartin, they're averaging 10 points respectively. Hughes averaging 10.5, and Dunmartin averaging 10 points per game. Now, this Duquesne team has only played 16 games this year. They've had to cancel a lot of their games. And obviously with the way COVID has been going on, it's been all over the place. So I expect a highly competitive game today between two teams, with looking to just make that extra step and keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive. But their prize is going to be St. Bonaventure, who won the Atlantic 10 on the last game of the season. VCU had a shot at it but couldn't make it happen. So I'm going to swing you to the court so you can see a little bit of what's going on.
Facebook @Atlantic10. Use the hashtag A10MVP to keep up with the entire championship. The Air Force Reserve has great opportunities to continue your education and receive college tuition assistance, student loan payback, and great job skills training. To find out more.
All right, so once again, everybody, I just wanted to tune in and give you a quick heads up of how this thing's going to go today. My prediction today, I got Richmond going to win this one. I'm going to say Richmond wins this one 76-71. It's going to be a good one. I think two teams are going to come out here and give their best efforts of the season. And if I had to say player to watch, I'll watch for Jacob Gilliard today. I think Jacob Gilliard goes off for Richmond and has probably one of the best games of his career today. So watch out for him. And if you're Duquesne, Marcus Weathers is going to be Marcus Weathers. I mean, he's averaging 16.5 points a game. He's the bloodline of this team, and we'll see how all of that works out. Once again, everybody, I'm Darrell Lawrence to the LegacyMaker Sports Network. Enjoy today's game. I believe the game is going to be on ESPN+, so you'll be able to watch it from there. We're not allowed to give any live updates of anything, so we will bring you what we can when we can, probably bring you a post-game, all that good stuff. All right, everybody, I'm Darrell Lawrence, LegacyMaker Sports Network. Y'all take care of yourselves. Enjoy the Atlantic 10 tournament.